Five of Cups in reverse, crossing this. So it's like regrets, past regrets. I think things that were once regrets, now you have to look back at that. Like, do I still regret that? It's something like that that's going on. Let's say mistakes that you made in the past. You might be reflecting on those and looking at it from a new vantage point, from this new place, from this new calm state, okay? From this new peaceful state, or whatever state this is that you got into after removing yourself from specific energies, for example. Because it's something that's removed from you, or else it wouldn't be able to come back, right? It's coming back because it's out. So it's like you're looking at something that's already out of your life, and you're looking back at it from a new place, from a place of separation. Hindsight. In hindsight, things will be 2020, or you'll see things. Okay, so you're going to see things a bit clearer. There's a need to change the narrative of your past. While you were in certain situations, if you were in a relationship, for example, and you looked at it like you had a certain story as to why it ended. Once you separate far enough from it, you'll be able to look at a situation and you might look at it totally different. Like, oh, I thought it ended because I did this. I said this one thing and they just could not get over it. Oh my gosh, they never forgave me for that. But the further and further you get away from this situation, you'll see it a bit more clearer and realize what the actual reality of it was. I had a download about, let's say there's I'm thinking about Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf, the big bad wolf, right? And I'm just imagining, it was just an image. It was a download that came through as a vision or image or whatever, like Little Red Riding Hood playing with the wolf, or just looking the wolf right in its face, but not realizing it's a crazy, gruesome wolf, right? Because it's so close up on his wolf, all it sees is like one eye. And it's like, oh, that eye is so pretty. Look at the glimmers and look at that. But it's not seeing the rest of its face and how vicious this creature is because it's so close up on it. That's the energy here. In certain situations, we were too close up on it to see the truth of it. And once we really distance ourselves, it takes steps. Right? Because you could separate but still be in the energy. You still have to take more and more steps out of it and then completely get them out of your energy and then look at it and see the big picture and be like, holy cow, that was a gruesome wolf that I was just all up in their face, you know? So that's energy I'm feeling here. This comes out in the moon reading too. How jarring that is. It's like a mosaic, right? When you're on it, it just looks like little pixels, but you have to step all the way back to see the whole picture. And you're like, wow, look at this whole mosaic. It's a whole beautiful image. But yeah, that is how life works, right? When you're too close up on something, you can't really see the truth there. Especially when emotions are involved. You feel me? All right. What else we got going on here? We already had 10 minutes. Look, 9 minutes. All right. This is 5 of Wands. Okay. 5 of Wands coming out in reverse here as a conscious state. Oh, this is just looking back and finding peace of like with your decisions. Like, I made the right decision. That's what I feel like here. Because I'm not seeing any conflict coming up, but let's continue. Yeah, oh, that's so nice. See, so you have the 8 of Swords coming out with the 7 of Wands. The 8 of Swords is feeling trapped. The 7 of Wands is like feeling, it's feeling defensive about your beliefs, okay? And And it's time to let this defensiveness about whatever this is go. And I feel like it takes reflection for that. So we're being led to go into reflection about things that we already made decisions about. And it frees us. And it's something that we were holding on to, like it caused some guilt. Let's look into that Five of Cups. That guilt and shame, okay? It relieves us of guilt. You know, the Ace of Pentacles coming out in reverse. It's like the realization of, oh, this wasn't... I think it's just coming to peace with things. We have the Temperance card coming out. Yeah, coming to peace with things, realizing why things played out the way it did, not having regrets about anything, nothing is wasted, you know, that type of energy. So things are coming back, whether it's energetically, whether it's just popping up in your mind, or if people are physically coming back. But these things are coming back so you can reassess it and look at it from this place, this new place that you're in now, okay? So you have the Temperance on one side, we have the Chariot on the other side, okay? This is where we're moving towards. It's like, don't like make any judgments about it. It's no moves to make, really. It's just like, if somebody comes back into your energetic field, you're thinking about them or they're popping up in your dreams, it's not a sign to like go for it or anything like that. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing like that's there's no action to be taken. All right. It's just like, well, now that you're in this new place, in this new state of mind, what do you think about this moment? This moment that made you, this moment that had you, that gave you guilt or shame or made you cringe or whatever the case is, these moments in the past, what do you think about that now? And you might be surprised when you look at it, when you look at those past moments now, it might not have the same effect that it once had, you know? And it takes the boogeyman energy out of it. It's really, this is a cool energy. I like it. All right. I look like I ain't got no shirt on. Hold on. All right, what else? It's a lot of cards. The Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, and the World. Oh my gosh. There's so much like this is in preparation for a major shift. Okay. All right. So the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, Magician, and the World. There's a need to, for some reason, there's a need to reflect on that past energy. It's just a little bit of baggage. It's just like the shame and guilt is like baggage that's unnecessary. It just feels like dead weight. It doesn't need to be there, right? It's just doing some cleanup. There's probably some energy that you didn't even realize was there, or like, yeah, it's like, why am I still, oh, that still bothers me? Oh, I didn't know that. Let me clean that up. You know, it's just like fine-tuning a little bit, refining your energy. All right. What's this? Oh, Seven of Swords. All right. Some of you guys, you might actually look back at situations where you might have guilted yourself, but might realize, oh, I was done wrong with the Seven of Swords here. See, this is coming out as an external influence with that Seven of Swords and a Hermit. Hermit in reverse with the Seven of Swords. That reflection, some of you guys, might have, let's say, however you read a situation, you didn't realize how deceptive it really was, and you're reflecting on that might, you know, allow you to free yourself from it. absolve yourself of guilt. Is that how you say it? Yeah. All right. Some of you guys were carrying the guilt and shame that didn't belong to you. All right. Where we at with it? It belongs to someone else. You have the Two of Wands. Wow. Two of Wands, Ace of Wands, and Four of Wands. Yeah, this thing is holding back your passion. Okay. With the Two of Cups. Yeah, the Two of Cups is Two of Swords. Okay. All these twos coming out. 2, 4 page. It's a lot of new beginning energies, okay? And it's like before we can go up to intermediate stage and not in beginner stage of this new world energy, we have to just clean up, all right? It's kind of getting in the way of our manifestations a little bit, all right? It's like if you were told something, for example, Two of Swords here. If you were told something, it's splitting your energy, Two of Swords. That's why I'm showing it. If you were told something as a kid, or if you learned something as a kid, right? And it became like a real belief system for you. It's becoming like, let's say if you were told, hey, you're not good in math, right? And you were told this. Oh, maybe school just isn't for you. Maybe you were told that as a kid, for example. And that, because of, let's say a parent told you that, that really stuck with you, right? And now that that rung in your head, it informed how you moved in the world. It determined your steps. You know, anytime you thought about, oh yeah, maybe I should go to school for this, then that voice rung in your head, you know, things like that. It's like, it's stopping you from actually taking a next move unknowingly. It's like subconscious, okay? So it's like really old and dead energy. That's what it feels like. This is like dead energy. And it's like, oh, that's still there? Let me sweep that thing up. And then, but also you're going to look at it like, as a child whose parent told them that, right? Let's say the parent told them that. The child unknowingly, they didn't know, like, oh my gosh, that's fucked up for them to say that to me. What the hell? You know? But as an adult, they can look back and say, man, that wasn't true. Or, man, why would they say that? That's fucked up. You know, whatever the case is, you could come up with your own judgment about, it's time to make judgment calls about dead and gone situations, because it has you, it's given us a perception of ourselves that is no longer aligned with where we're going. With this Lovers card, a Magician, this is new powerful energy. The Wheel of Fortune is fortune in new cycle. And the World card, these are upgrade. This is an upgrade. This is a level up in how we show up in the world, and a level up in how we think about ourselves. And it's just old dead energy that's affecting us. Okay.